Hello and welcome all you basketball fans for another installment of YSN Live Basketball. We are here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, for this matchup between AAC rival schools, the Austintown Fitch Falcons taking on the Howland Tigers. Howland considered the home team in this contest, wearing the white, black trim, orange numbering. Fitch wearing the red aways with navy numbering and white trim. Starters for the Falcons: Destiny McCullough, Ayla Ray, Sam Severn, Kara Perrone, and Rachel Spalding. Other way for the Tigers, it's Sophia Powell, Jessie DeSalvo, Gia Hozo, Alyssa Masucci, and Mia Barish. Again, Howland considered the home team in this contest. 5-6 on the season. Falcons are 3-7. Hello everyone, Ty Bartel alongside the YSN Live team here for the broadcast of all the action here in this AAC contest, as Kara Perrone taking that baseline shot, but missing the mark. This is a girls-boys doubleheader, so the boys to follow up after this, as Alyssa Masucci starts the scoring with a double. 2 points out of the gate. And for Masucci, she's been scoring roughly around 20 points a game in her last 5 contests. Missing, but a follow-up and another miss on that follow-up by Severn, rebounded by Powell. Sophia Powell secures the rebound, and the Tigers running the other way. Nice driving lane, but couldn't get it off the glass. Ayla Ray secures the board. McCullough with the shake and bake, tried to kick it out. Nice closeout by the Tigers. Trapped it up on the baseline, forced the turnover. Tigers 1-1 in conference play. Falcons 0-2. Hozo coming off the screen, kicks out, three-pointer, and nailing it down. DeSalvo for 3. Jesse from the far corner, knocking it down. Sitting here in the Joe Tate perch, always a great experience here, as many legendary games have been called in this very spot here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Gone through many names known previously as Quicken Loans Arena. Building that's gone through some remodeling changes as well throughout the last few years. As that goes out of bounds, 5:42 remaining in the first. Howland, all Tigers to start, but it is Falcon basketball. Kylie Folkwine checking in alongside Zeta Creaky. Passing into the elbow, kicking out, three-pointer. Creaky knocks down the trifecta from the top of the key and gets the Falcons on the board. A Creaky 3, and it's a one-possession game. Deal to the inside. Alyssa Masucci fades to that corner. Guarded by Ayla Ray. Swings it out to Barish. Barish hands off to Powell. Powell tries to split the defense, finds the corner, and Masucci gets around the defense. Floater, and it's wide to the left. Rebounded Folkwine. Kylie Folkwine doing a really good job establishing herself as a good rebounder here in her freshman campaign. Rachel Spalding passes up the 3. Corner 3. Sam Severn leaves it short, gets her own board, puts another shot up, and gets the foul with the second shot attempt. Give her the board and give her 2 free throws coming up. Two shots coming up, tie the game up. Amia Silvers set to check in for the Tigers, as Severn does a few bounces around the iron before dropping through. 4:54, quarter number 1. Boys are set to tip off roughly 15 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Give them time to warm up, and then we'll be all set, ready to go. Running it the other way, Hozo kicking out. Powell in that corner, dribbles herself into the paint, now back out to Hozo. Hozo spins at the free throw line, pops a shot off, ka-ching, the bank is open. And a 7-5 lead for the Tigers, reclaiming the advantage. They go to Severn at midcourt. Severn passes inside. Nice dish to Folkwine. Back and forth we go. Falcons looking for their first conference victory. Howland looking to keep pace with the leaders, having just the one loss and still a chance to control their own destiny with another contest. To Boardman. Oh, that was tipped. Creaky has it. Creaky's running the floor. Creaky's all alone, and the Falcons have the lead. Timeout is going to be called by Coach Pounds and the Tigers. And it's a 30-second timeout coming with a 9-7 Fitch lead at 3:56 to go here in quarter number one. Ty Bartell, ysnlive.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Out of the timeout, couple substitutions. Amia Silvers has checked in now for the Tigers. Jocelyn Jordan in on the other side as well for the Falcons. Both teams bringing a little bit of a post presence in. Off the bench now as Howland trails for the first time since the beginning in this game, and they get the shot up and in. Jesse DeSalvo, second bucket of the quarter, and we're back even once again. Conference games, you expect it. These two teams settling right in scoring-wise, though, here at Rocket Mortgage. Not intimidated by the big court. McCullough. Folkwine steps up and hits the mid-range jumper. Exchanging buckets left and right, these two teams. Doing it NBA style. Getting the high-scoring quarters. Nice drive, nice pass inside. Silvers can't finish with the right. Rebounded by McCullough. Corner three, Creaky. Left it a bit short, rebounded Folkwine. Gets the shot up and gets fouled in the process. 2 free throws for Folkwine. Again, Folkwine, maybe not the tallest player on the floor, but always does her job as a rebounder. And does a great job of boxing out her competition. Like we said, only a freshman, folks, and had a great season in volleyball. Being told softball is her best sport, too. We'll have to wait till the spring to see her in that at the varsity level, but she is contributing quality minutes to the varsity basketball team as a freshman, both as a post player, and she has the ability to shoot the outside shot, so an all-around scorer potential, too, and what she can continue to develop as. Leaves very exciting times here for the Falcons. Grabbing her own rebound. Dish out to McCullough. McCullough looks out, kicks to Ayla Ray. Creaky tries to drive inside, loses the handle as Creaky tried to draw the jump ball. Able to secure the possession is Barish. Hozo out to Silvers. Three-pointer wide left off the glass. McCullough, other side. Nice reverse layup by McCullough. The Cavaliers floor bringing out the best out of both teams here. Oh, look at that drive through the lane, but left it a bit short. Nice board by Barish. Barish gets the soft touch finish off the offensive board. And we're back to a one-possession game. What a contest this has been. Minute 50 and ticking here in quarter number one. And right up and in with a bucket the other side, Falcons. As Jocelyn Jordan gets herself in the scoring column. Pass inside, Masucci. Gave way to Barish. Barish able to keep the dribble alive. Pass a little off the handle as Creaky tries to intercept it, and a traveling violation is called. Emily Adams gets tagged with it for the Tigers, and they give it back to Austintown Fitch at a minute 19 here in quarter number 1. As Rachel Spaulding has checked in, Ayla Ray has checked out, getting her first minutes of rest on the bench. Tried to pass inside. It was tipped off of Folkwine's fingertips into the hands of Hozo. Hozo with the pass to Powell. Powell with the hook shot off the glass. Nice shot by Powell, and we're back to a 2-point game again. What back and forth we've had. Creaky NBA distance 3. Left it a little flat on the back iron. 48 seconds left. First quarter of play. Tigers can tie or take the lead with this next possession. Cutting through the lane and drawing the foul, Hozo. Getting a couple free throws at the line now for the Tigers. As Hozo will step up for 2. And the first one, leaving plenty of drama on the rim, but it does ultimately fall through the net. And a chance to tie the game now for the Tigers and Hozo. Double it up and even it up. 15 apiece through 1 quarter of play. 42.3 seconds to go here in the first. Falcons can hold for the last possession if they choose to do so. Faking, dishing, Severn to that corner. Creaky finds the middle, dishing other side. Rachel Spaulding steps up but can't knock down the shot. As it Kareem off the front iron, here come the Tigers in transition. It was tipped, but back into the hands of Howland. Howland kicks out, swings it to Masucci. Masucci had it tipped, regains her dribble, turns around, and just splashes home a 3. Alyssa Masucci. Big time shot. Not the first time she's done that. And that Masucci name, pretty well known for distance shots on the basketball court. Half-court jumper, and that almost found the mark. A back-and-forth game, and the Tigers have a lead here through 1 quarter of play. We'll get ready for the second quarter right after this break on ysnlive.com.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Welcome back, everybody. Start of quarter number 2, 18-15. Howland lead here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fitch to open up with possession, trailing by a possession. As Ayla Ray had it tipped, they brought the pressure towards the top and were able to force the turnover. Sophia Powell's running it. Cutting through as DeSalvo gets fouled. Not on the shot, I don't believe. A push, and yeah, on the floor, so they're going to be inbounding baseline now are the Tigers. Go to Masucci. Deep, let Such run the floor, steps into a 3, rattles around the rim and is no good. McCullough saves it out to Severn. And here come the Falcons running the other way. Severn with her left and gets fouled near the block. And 2 free throws now for Severn. They're going to call that foul. Riley Vilwalk getting called for her first. And that first one finds the mark, making this a 2-point game. Severn getting some more minutes in recent games here for the Falcons and has operated really well as another point guard option with good ball handling abilities and starting to get a lot more confident in her shot making abilities too, including taking it to the rim. Speaking of taking it to the rim, that DeSalvo name has been known to do that over there at Howland as well. Jesse DeSalvo able to find the seam and able to find the contact to respond with 2 free throws the other way now for the Tigers. Foot on the nail, eyes locked in, and nailing down the first of 2. And it's a 19-17 lead for the Tigers, able to inch ahead, but neither team really been able to break away scoring-wise. A lot of back and forth here to the first 8 minutes and some change here in this ball game. 7-10 and ticking, first half. Rachel Spalding in near the elbow, kicks out to Severn. They brought some double out to Severn. Had to get to Ayla Ray. It was tipped. Ray splits the defense, kicks out to Creaky. Ray has it tipped, saves it into the corner, but it goes into the hands of one of the Tigers. Opportunity for Howland to extend their lead, sitting at 2 points. Tigers, Masucci, three-pointer. Little short, rebounded Folkwine. The fake, the dish out, Creaky gave it a look, went into the drive off of the Tigers last, and keep it with Fitch. Jocelyn Jordan checking in. Ayla Ray gonna check out for Austintown. Rachel Spalding inbounding for the Falcons, also a substitution. The other way for the Tigers, as it looks like Silvers is out. And Barish back in. Creaky to Spalding, finds their post player Jordan, who faded out a bit into the deep mid-range, and a foul was called, and it's on the Falcons for a push. Folkwine gets tagged for it on the push, and the Tigers get it back with a 2-point advantage. Falcons showing a press, having a single in the backcourt, and Jordan able to get it to Hozo. Hozo finds a lane, gets it off the glass, but leaves it wide left. Rebounded Jordan. And Austintown runs the other way. Give and go, but got right into the passing lane. Masucci able to snag it away for the steal. Here comes Hozo in the fast break opportunity. Hozo running shot off the glass yet again. Couldn't get it. Jump ball is called. And possession arrow favors Austintown as jump ball was called. No, they corrected again, I believe. They said white ball. One official saying white ball. The other two were saying Howland basketball. So now it is Howland basketball. So Howland had the possession arrow favoring them. They got possession. Suchi took a 3 as Alyssa Masucci hitting 1 in that first half, but trying to find the mark again here in the second quarter. Towards the end of that first quarter, actually, one of the shots that ended the quarter for the Tigers. Creaky goes to Folkwine. Folkwine with that single dribble, picks it up, now gets to Creaky in the far side corner. Creaky now into her dribble, picks it up to Spalding. Rachel Spalding, oh, a nice drive, but she traveled. Missed a dribble in between steps and a turnover back to the Tigers. Whereas the first quarter, a very high-scoring affair. Buckets coming at a premium now here in quarter number 2. 5:20 and ticking here in the second. And both teams looking to get into rhythm scoring-wise again. Folkwine going to draw the foul for the Falcons. Got it baseline, drew the contact, now gets 2 at the line. Folkwine now to step to the line, pair to tie. And she makes good on the first. Substitution coming in, Hozo in for DeSalvo. There's Amia Silvers in as the single post. Also, Jordan Binion checking in for her first minutes of the contest on the other side for Austintown. Second shot missed for Folkwine, and it's still a 1-point lead for Howland. A fake, and then a take, and look at that. Gia Hozo nails it from distance, extending the Tiger lead to 2 possessions and forcing the Falcons into a timeout. 4:59 left to go in the first half. Howland extends their lead to 4, and we'll be right back right after this.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Right back here out of the Falcon timeout. It is Fitch possession, trailing by 4. But both coaches, when they got into this 2-possession deficit, were not hesitant to call a timeout, wanting to ensure that they have the right personnel on the floor defensively and don't want these games to get too out of hand. And a little, I think, disagreement here between the officials and one of the Howland sides. One of the whistles were blowing towards the Howland bench. And now they're going to resume the huddles here on both sides. So let's try to figure out what's going on here on YSN. We'll take another break. Thank our friends over at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
All right, we got everything all figured out as the Falcons inbounding from half court. I believe the issue was Howland wanted a sub, but I don't think it was recognized by either the officials or the table. They wanted to get that sub in, so they just stopped the play. Falcons were already into their dribble near the half court, so they just had the Falcons take it from the half court and, of course, allowed the Tigers to make their substitution in as necessary. Ball went out of bounds near the baseline. Falcons keep it, and they're going to check in Sam Severn for Ayla Ray to inbound it. Kylie Folkwine had it tipped, but went into the back half of the front court to get it. Trying to pass it into Severn. Turnover by Austintown. Here come the Tigers. Looking to make good on another 3. Hozo, too strong. NBA distance 3, that one. Hozo to Masucci just inside the NBA three-point line. And that one, another missed tray for the Tigers. Nice pass. Kick back out. Give and go. Folkwine tries to go to Binion. Nice job by Silvers to deny it. Tip it out of the hands of Binion, and another turnover forced by the Tigers. Running shot. Recovered by Severn. Severn's running the floor. Severn all the way. Severn leaves it, though, on the rim. Now Masucci trying her hand in the fast break game and gets fouled on the double team. No, turn it around the other way. And a charge. As a charging foul on Masucci. So they call the offensive foul that time on the Tigers. Establishing position, Binion able to cause the turnover for the Tigers. Give it back to Fitch. Fitch taking both Binion and Jordan out. Leaving, you would think, Folkwine as the primary post player. And the rebounder. Sam Severn tries her hand from distance. Left it a bit short. Took that one right around NBA distance in that corner. Ozo, pass, bit too strong, and it's back to the Falcons. It was impressive to see the offensive output from both teams in that first quarter, but we're seeing them starting to come back down to earth, and we talk about it with a lot of players and coaches that have played in venues similar to this. Depth perception becomes a challenge for players who haven't played in venues like this. If you're used to a backdrop like you see in high school gyms, that back wall makes and means all the difference for shooters. If you're not used to looking at a hoop and seeing about 40 rows of seats, it's a different look and something you have to get adjusted to as shooters. As McCullough, no adjustment needed when she's in the paint, makes good with the layup, and the Falcons are back within 2. Another turnover. McCullough has it, and she's running the floor now. McCullough, a nice pass into Rachel Spalding. Tried to cross pass it across that lane to Folkwine, but the Tigers have done such a good job of clogging up those passing lanes for the Falcons, making the passing game really difficult for Fitch. Nice defense, but able to get the offensive board. DeSalvo rather. Jesse DeSalvo and Silvers both in there, but it was DeSalvo who got the rebound. Snuck in the back door and said thank you very much. Back up to a 4-point lead for Howland. Turnover the other way. Tigers looking to add. Full head of steam, but left it a bit short. Nice defense by Rachel Spalding on the fast break. Turnover. No, able to recover it. Fighting for the loose ball, and it's a jump ball back to the Tigers. And a full timeout going to be called by Coach Pounds and the Tigers. Minute 47 remain here in this first half of play, with the Tigers leading it by 4. Ty Bartel, ysnlive.com. We'll be back with all the action right after this.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, Mill Creek Metro Parks is your park for all seasons. Make a memory in the park. Plan your visit today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Out of the timeout, it is Tiger basketball. Under 2 minutes to play at a minute 43 in this first half. Tigers leading by 4. Maya Barnett has checked in for Austintown. And a whistle is going to be blown. I think the Falcons committed a foul on the reach. Liz Spalding's also checked in for Fitch, getting her first minutes. So both Spaldings on the floor, both Rachel and Elizabeth. Hozota inbound for the Tigers on that sideline, near side. Vilwalk kicks the Powell, now feed to that corner. Back to Powell. Powell bumps Barnett, leaves it too strong. There on the back end, but couldn't convert on the second chance opportunity. Vilwalk and Creaky and the Falcons run the other way. Creaky gets it in. Spalding gets blocked, though. Alyssa Masucci right there on the tie-up. And no, they have to readjust. Possession arrow needs to change back. Coach Danny Frank was on that as well, and I was going to say the possession arrow never did change from Howland getting possession earlier in this quarter, just before our last timeout. They do make the correction. Fitch does keep possession as the arrow favored them in that exchange. Should go back to the Tigers now as that goes out of bounds. A moot point as it's Tiger basketball. .111 on the scoreboard as far as time is concerned here in quarter, or I should say half number one. Tigers still with the lead, can look to add before the half. Dribbling in, kicking out. Villwa kicks to Powell in the corner. Powell with a running shot and left it too much on it. Able to keep it alive though, Masucci, and they get it off of Folkwine last, and they'll keep it with the Tigers. Hozo once again to inbound. Jocelyn Jordan gonna sub in. Provide some height for the Falcons. Barish also in for the Tigers. Looks to be the counter response to Jordan from the Falcons on Coach Aaron Pound's side of things. Nice movement from Powell to get space in the lane and finish it. A 6-point game for the Tigers. Ayla Ray goes to Jocelyn Jordan. They get it back to Jordan on the runner, and it is blocked out of bounds. Barish with the nice defense leaves 23.7 on the clock for the Falcons here in half number one. Looking to make this a one-possession game if they can. Would just like to get a bucket closer. Creaky with the three, took a high bounce, couldn't convert. Second chance opportunity, they left it. Creaky, another look, distance shot. That one is short. Falcons can't buy a bucket in that offensive possession. Tigers still time to score. Masucci has it in the corner. 3 seconds and ticking. They have to swing it out. Hozo can't get through the lane in time as the halftime buzzer goes off. But it is a 6-point lead for the Tigers nonetheless through 16 minutes of play. We got about a 10-minute intermission. Well, rather, actually, it looks like a 3-minute, halftime. Wasting no time to get through these games. We're going to be back real briefly after this halftime break on ysnlive.com.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit Mill.
Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartel, YSNLive.com here with all the action of the girls-boys doubleheader between the Howland Tigers and the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Tigers on the right side of the scoreboard here after one half of play, leading at 26-20 over the Austintown Fitch Falcons. As Alyssa Masucci able to dish into Hozo. Tigers to open up with this first possession of the third. Quick halftime break, and we're right back here with action. Of course, the Cavs do have a game here tonight, so can't make any mistakes about it time-wise. They need to make sure they get teams out and in efficiently, especially with the boys' game to follow. Got to leave adequate time to set up for the NBA game tonight. As a nice score by DeSalvo. She really is having herself a great game on a big stage here. Cleaning up a lot of boards. She gets another bucket there. Severn goes to Ayla Ray. Passes back to the top. They find Creaky on the additional pass, but left that one short. Board and bucket. Kylie Folkwine. Second chance points for Fitch. And the Falcons are back within 2 possessions. Hozo swings. Masucci a step inside. The NBA distance. 3-point shot. And a 9-point game for Howland as the Tigers knock down a big 3. Create some distance between themselves and their rivals. Looking to keep pace with conference leaders. Oh, a nice pass. Folkwine found Ray, but Ray couldn't finish that time. Tigers tried to dish inside, and it goes out of bounds off of Howland. As the Falcons changing things up. Looking to get a bucket. Ayla Ray steps in for the mid-range, but left it a bit short. Tried to go over top, but tipped out of the hands of Masucci and into the hands of Creaky. As Masucci picks up her second foul of the day. Fitch keeps possession. Able to save it. Kick over. Folkwine now 3-pointer. Nice arc on the shot, but left it on the glass and off the rim. Falcons desperately looking for a bucket. Can't afford to fall behind too much more to the Tigers, trailing by 9. Severn steps in to the 3-point shot. That one is short, trying to save it. Hoza was right there to intercept the pass, though. Tigers with the ball, looking to get their lead into the double digits. Oh, nice back pass, and right there, Folkwine with the block. Ray with the save, and the Falcons buy themselves another possession. Severn, 3-pointer, no good. Creaky got the offensive board. Back out to Severn. Severn tried to deal to the right, able to get in that passing lane again. Finding Folkwine, 3-pointer. Folkwine goes in and out, though, with a distance shot. Ball on the ground, hustling to get it. Ayla Ray grabbed a hold of it, but the possession arrow does favor the Tigers. Jocelyn Jordan to sub in. Sam Severn subbing out. Kind of a group substitution here for the Tigers. Vilwalk Silvers checking in. And it also looked like Emily Adams checking in as well for Howland. Jocelyn Jordan intercepted it and got the foul right out of the gates. Jordan to get a couple buckets now at the free throw line, looking for a couple, I should say, and try to make this a 7-point contest. 4:55. And the Falcons doing a pretty good job from free throw distance today, converting another bucket. And it's an 8-point contest. Make it 7 after a 2-for-2 trip for Jordan. And whistle blown, timeout. Gonna be called, and a full one by Coach Lynn and the Falcons here at 4:55 to go in the third. Tigers by 7. We'll be right back.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
We roll back in here in quarter number 3 of Howland and Austintown Fitch as part of this girls-boys doubleheader. Boys, to start their game, I would say roughly 10, potentially 15 minutes after the conclusion of the girls' game. Want to give them adequate time to warm up before their contest. Not an expected long break in between. Tigers can really put the clamps on the Falcons here in the third quarter. Leading by 7 and a chance to add. Haven't been able to push it to double digits just yet. But a whistle is blown this time and the Falcons pick up the foul. Rachel Spalding to check back in. Another foul for the Falcons. Second one of the half. Nice tip by Spalding and creates the turnover. Creaky running it. Creaky with the ball. Nice pass into Jocelyn Jordan. What a find from Zeta Creaky. When you have someone that has the height of Jocelyn Jordan standing over 6 foot tall, you utilize that height in any means necessary. They get it to her there, threw up a jump ball, she won it and got the bucket. Just came from behind with the block of Masucci. As Jocelyn Jordan being a difference maker here in the midway point of the third quarter. 4 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Oh, a nice cut. Trying to finish. DeSalvo couldn't. Rebounded Jordan. And the Falcons get it back. Falcons looking for the counter run. Trying to get over the hump. Still trail by 5 here in the third. Ayla Ray looking for the pass. Goes to the corner. Rachel Spalding takes the baseline. Finds Jocelyn Jordan. Single dribble. Makes a move. Can't convert the bucket. Kylie Folkwine gets the board. And trying to get a hold of it, Rachel Spalding. And I believe a foul called on the Tigers as Spalding had positioning. And they call the push on DeSalvo. Fitch to keep possession. Rachel Spalding looking for the inbound. Gets it to Jocelyn Jordan. Scans the field. Gets Ayla Ray back out. Creaky. Creaky finds Rachel Spalding. Spalding the baseline. Back out to Ray. Ayla Ray cuts through the lane but cannot finish. Caught up in a jump ball. And the Tigers to get possession on the jump ball. Tigers with a 5-point lead. Had as much as a 9-point advantage in this ball game. Haven't surrendered the lead since the first half, though, to Austintown. 3-pointer short from Masucci. Oh, my goodness, Jocelyn Jordan cleaning up the paint and then some defensively. Another block, this time denying DeSalvo. Jordan to sub out as Barish subs in. Silvers to check out for Howland. Hozo looked to inbound, but it was tipped and right into the hands of Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray kicks out to Rachel Spalding. Finds Creaky. Passing from the free throw line to the wings. Creaky three, nails down the three-pointer. Second three for Creaky. And the Falcons are back within 2. Another tipped pass and another turnover for Fitch. Oh, beautiful pass in transition, but left it on the net. And what a rebound by Barish. Barish from the backside said, thank you very much. Gets the possession for the Tigers, looking to add to their lead. Hozo, though, left it on the glass. Full court pass down to Creaky. Creaky into the cutting lane, couldn't finish on the pass. Overran the shot by a bit, Donlow. Tigers still leading by 2. But the game getting a lot more interesting. A 7-0 run from Fitch to cut this lead down from 9 to a single possession. 95 seconds and ticking in the third. Running shot. Masucci makes good on it. And Such from the free throw line with the floater, finding a bucket. Creaky. Back out, three-pointer. Tried to nail down the third of the game. Donlow gets the board. Can't convert the bucket. Another board. Folkwine. A tear in the post as she gets another offensive board, drawing a foul once again, going to the line for 2. Folkwine. Creaky, though, nailing down a three-pointer that made this a 2-point game. Masucci responded to end the Fitch 7-0 run, making this a 4-point ball game. And a missed free throw there from Folkwine keeps it at that. Folkwine looking to make good on the second of 2, trying to make this a one-possession game yet again. McCullough checking back in for Austintown. Lane violation was called on Folkwine. Shot did miss. Folkwine was looking to get the board on it, but stepped into the lane prior to the shot coming off the rim, so they gave it back to Howland. Tiger basketball. A minute and ticking here in the third. Swarming near the elbow, had to kick it back out to Masucci. Masucci tried to go with that same shot as the last one, couldn't find the same success. The Tigers give it back to the Falcons here. Still up by 4. Fitch trying to make it a one-possession game. Drawing the double, picking up the dribble, and the jump ball is called. Possession arrow does favor Austintown, though. So Fitch at 35.9. They can dribble it around. Can he hold for that last possession? Howland to bring the pressure, splitting the defense, kicking over. Ayla Ray gets it back to Creaky. Creaky feeds to McCullough. McCullough failed to put it on the hardwood and commits the traveling violation with the double step. And they give it back to the Tigers. So now the Tigers an opportunity to add to that advantage before the end of the third. Oh, nice job to prevent the pass to the Tigers, but they do keep it at 16.9. Hozo inbounds to Powell, back to Hozo. Finds Powell again, give and go passing, but Powell too strong on the shot. Falcons with the board. 7 seconds and ticking. They get it over to Creaky. Creaky feeds to McCullough, but it's over the head of McCullough and out of bounds as the Falcons couldn't make good with the last second attempts at 1.3. The Tigers to get it back. Tried to get it to Hozo, and the time going to expire. We got a final 8 minutes in store. Still anybody's game. Tigers by 4 going into the fourth quarter of play. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. We'll be back with all the action of the fourth quarter and more after this.
House troubles can attack anytime. When trouble strikes, call Mighty Mike. Your hometown hero is on his way. HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling will save the day. Commercial or residential, 24/7. For quality service you can depend on, call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth and final quarter of play here from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. The Howland Tigers leading the Austintown Fitch Falcons by 4 here in the fourth. Looking to close out their second conference victory of the season. Falcons looking for their first of the campaign. Jocelyn Jordan gets a rebound. Creaky loses the balance. McCullough picks it right up where they left off. Found an open seam and a bucket to Rachel Spalding. What a way to never give up on the play from Austintown Fitch. Back to a 2-point game. Tigers with the ball, looking to keep their advantage, and a foul is called. McCullough moving the feet a little bit too much, didn't quite have position established, as Masucci draws the blocking foul and will get a couple of free throws. As Such, a little flat on the first attempt, off the front iron. Look to make good on the second to make this a 3-point contest. Tigers were 2-0 against the Falcons in the 2 contests they participated in a year ago. Lainey Henning getting her first playing time here in the fourth, looking for a little bit of grittiness on that defensive end of things. Three-point lead for the Tigers. Falcons looking to keep chipping away. Sam Severn for the tie. Little short. Jocelyn Jordan cleans it up. And it's a single-point game. Tigers with the lead. Almost stolen away. A lane, though. Closed up quickly by the Falcons. Give away to Hozo. Hozo has it tipped. Lainey Henning gets it. Gets it to Severn, but it goes off the legs of Severn. Henning hits the deck trying to save it, and a foul is called. I believe it is Tiger basketball. We'll see who the foul is on Jocelyn Jordan on the arm. So the Tigers get it back. What a fight for the basketball near midcourt. Sophia Powell getting pressured. Able to get it away. Masucci, three-pointer. Oh, what a shot by Masucci. Big one here in the fourth as Masucci makes good on another distance shot. Right back up by 4 are the Tigers. McCullough. Jordan cross court to Severn. Severn tries to get the baseline. Whistle is blown and a foul is called on the Tigers. I believe DeSalvo picks it up. Creaky, Ayla Ray, and Kylie Folkwine all checking in. Rachel Spalding, Lainey Henning, and Sam Severin all checking out. Natalie Lynn doing a good job rotating the players she's had, has actually gotten, I believe, everybody in to this contest for at least a couple of minutes. You love to see everyone getting some time to play on this type of court. Shot short. Jocelyn Jordan cleans it up again, though. Picks up her partner, Folkwine, with the second chance points. Oh, the turnover. Opportunity for the Falcons. Creaky all the way. Rattles it home. We're even at 5:40 in the fourth. Little too much contact by McCullough, trying to force the steal from Powell. And the push going to be called. Laney Henning. Third foul on McCullough. As Laney Henning has checked in for the Falcons. As timeout has been taken on the floor, it's on Coach Pounds and the Tigers side of things. We'll take one with them. Again, 5:33, fourth quarter of play. We're all knotted up at 37 apiece here on ysnlive.com. Right back here in this one, folks. Ty Bartell, ysnlive.com, with the call of today's action between the Howland Tigers and the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Girls and boys doubleheader here in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse from Cleveland, Ohio. 37-37 tie between the two girls' teams as the Tigers with possession tried to get it out. It's stolen away from the Falcons. A clear lane for both. Laney Henning has it blocked. What a defensive recovery on the other end from the Tigers. I believe that was Barish that came in with the denial. What a shot block to preserve the tie game here in the fourth. Jocelyn Jordan gets the pass. Creaky, NBA distance three. Too strong. Ayla Ray can't finish. Another board for the Falcons. Doing a good job in the offensive rebounding department, creating plenty of second chance opportunities. Folkwine commits the traveling violation in the paint and back to the Tigers. 5:05. Quarter number 4. 37 apiece. Conference game here in the AAC. As out of bounds off of Ayla Ray. And keep it with Howland. DeSalvo, just on the other side of the midcourt stripe to inbound. Goes a long way to Powell. Tigers looking to reclaim the lead. Alyssa Masucci again from distance. I swear that Masucci household, they must have the ability to just produce ice water in their veins whenever entering a fourth quarter contest. It's unbelievable. Another three-pointer for Masucci. Tigers on top by 3. Tipped into the lane. Creaky recovered. Creaky tried to cross-court pass it. McCullough had a good look but just couldn't get enough steam on it. Powell with the interception. And the Tigers turn it right back over to the Falcons on the mistimed pass into the lane. And a timeout from the Falcons. Coach Lynn wants a full one at 4:15 with the Falcons trailing by 3. Big shot from Alyssa Masucci puts the Tigers back on top here in the fourth. A 40-37 lead with 4:15 to go right here on ysnlive.com.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
We welcome you back here in the fourth quarter of what has been an incredible ball game, and only the first of two here in a girls-boys doubleheader. Falcons with the basketball, trailing by 3. As needing to make good on their possessions, too. Points are at a premium here in the final 4 of the fourth. Step up mid-range jumper from Ray. But a couple bounces off the rim, and it's no good. Masucci with the ball. Picks up her dribble, has to kick it out. Hozo tries to get it inside, tipped away from Ayla Ray. Barish back out, DeSalvo. Jocelyn Jordan on her defensively. DeSalvo got a seam, and DeSalvo finishes promptly. Back up to a 5-point advantage for the Tigers. Time dwindling down for Fitch. They need to get something going on offense if they want to avoid this one slipping away from them. McCullough, near side wing with the dribble. Looking for a lane as Masucci. Creaky, corner 3, in and out. Rebounded Creaky, floater shot. That one's no good off the glass. Masucci finds DeSalvo. Goes to Silvers. Nice job by Folkwine to cut off the baseline. Masucci into her dribble with McCullough on her defensively. 2:40 ticking. Tigers 2-possession lead. Close out by McCullough. Back pass to Silvers, extra pass to Hozo. Hozo into the lane, back out. Masucci 3, looking for the dagger, but left it a bit short. Falcons, another opportunity. Ayla Ray sees the light of day, but can't finish on the coast-to-coast try. And I believe they said Howland basketball. Off of the tip. Still waiting. No, I believe Fitch basketball. And yes, it is. Austintown keeps possession. Big call for them at 2:13. And they're going to take a 30-second timeout on the court. Tigers are, as it's one of the last ones here for Howland. We'll thank our friends over at Purple Cat.
Jimmy Sudman here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter of play. 2:13 is all that remains here. It's Austintown Fitch basketball with the Howland Tigers leading by 5. Tigers taking a 5-point lead, thanks in part to Alyssa Masucci breaking the 37-37 tie with a key 3-point shot. Destiny McCullough trying to make it a 1-possession game, and Jocelyn Jordan gets tied up in a jump ball on the offensive board, and second chance try. Possession arrow does favor the Falcons, and they'll keep possession at 2:06. Jocelyn Jordan to the corner 3, Creaky. Too strong in the rebound, that time from DeSalvo. Silvers back to Masucci. Minute 48 and ticking. Masucci has a lane with her left and draws the foul near the free throw line. At a minute 45, Alyssa Masucci can make this as much as a 3-possession game with a couple of makes. 5th foul for the Falcons does leave them 1 left to give here in this half, before the bonus, single bonus for the Tigers. First free throw, and it's a 6-point game. Next one, a key one, though, to make it a 7-point contest. And Masucci, what else do you expect? As Masucci, a 2-for-2 trip from the free throw stripe. Tigers up by 7. Falcons need offense. Can't get it there. Turnover by the Tigers, but a double dribble committed. And back to the Falcons at a minute 34. A gift to Austintown Fitch possession-wise, as the Tigers had the ball, a 7-point lead with only a minute 34 to go. And the Falcons now all of a sudden another opportunity at offense. Creaky into the lane, throws up the shot, couldn't get it off the glass, able to get the board though. Folkwine picks it up, back out to Creaky. Creaky to the corner, baseline try from Rachel Spalding, who knocks it down. Spalding had a couple of key clutch baskets in the win against Hilliard-Davidson. She comes up with a big bucket here in the fourth quarter of this contest. It's a 2-possession game. Gave the Falcons a chance, but a minute 3 left to go. And time, the big factor here for the Falcons, trying to make sure they leave themselves enough for shots while also playing lockdown defense. Barish gets it from that perimeter. And a quick intentional foul that time as Folkwine with the push. And that was the last foul to give for the Falcons. And at 58.7, next one will put the Tigers at the line for a 1-and-1 try, as they will be in the single bonus after 7 team fouls from Fitch. Hozo having trouble looking for the passing lane, but a timeout is called. Baseline official got it, heard it from Coach Poundsley yelling the timeout. Full timeout called by the Tigers, saving the possession at 58.7. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one's nowhere near over yet. We'll be right back.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Under a minute to be played here in the fourth quarter of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse's hosted game between the Austintown Fitch Falcons and the Howland Tigers. Doubleheader girls-boys, girls action has the Tigers on top by 5, 58.7 with possession, looking to inbound. It's DeSalvo. Goes to Barish as Barish gets wrapped up by Ayla Ray, and the foul will send Barish and the Tigers to the line for a 1-and-1 try. It's a free throw game here for the Tigers. They make their free throws, likely to get out of here victorious. Falcons hoping for at least a miss to keep this a 2-possession game. First one, not going to happen as Barish falls flush with the net on the first try to make this back to a 6-point contest. McCullough is in, Donlow is out. Foot on the nail, eyes locked into the rim, and the free throw attempt rattles around the rim and is no good. Still a 6-point game. Falcons down by 2 possessions, needing a 3. Rachel Spalding hits it again! As Rachel Spalding clutch in the fourth quarter, as she shows no intimidation on the shot. It's a 3-point game at 35.8 to go. Foul by Creaky sends the Tigers to the line. It's Alyssa Masucci, probably one of the last players you wanted at the stripe in this spot. Masucci, the clutch gene herself, as she splashes home the first. back to a 2-possession game. 4-point lead for the Tigers, 35.8 to go here in the fourth. And a 2-for-2 trip for Masucci. How more locked in can you get, folks? Falcons needing some more shots. Back to Ayla Ray. Ayla Ray finds a lane, swirls it home, and cuts the lead back down to 3. Timeout is taken, 30 seconds by the Falcons. 24.2 remain in the game. Tigers by 3 with the possession after this break on YSN. Boy, oh boy, all the drama you can ask for on an NBA court here between the Austintown Fitch Falcons and the Howland Tigers. Tigers looking for the inbound. Oh, it was stolen away by Rachel Spalding, but tipped back into the hands of the Tigers. Rachel Spalding playing all out for her team, able to get the steal, but tipped right back into the hands of the Tigers. Good awareness from the Tigers to get it back, but Rachel Spalding having quite the game here in the fourth quarter. Barish for a 1-and-1. Leaves it strong, but an offensive board by DeSalvo. Jump ball is called, and they keep it with the Tigers. 19.6. Tigers by 3. As Hozo to inbound with Folkwine over top. Look at Alyssa Masucci again. Inside shot, converts it in a 5-point contest. Falcons running out of time. Rachel Spalding left that three-pointer short, out of bounds, and at 6.1. That, for all intents and purposes, folks, will likely do it here from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. The inbound, Masucci has it knocked loose, keeps her dribble, keeps it alive, out to Hozo, out of bounds, but the time expires as it goes out of bounds. Valiant effort by Fitch and a heck of a fourth quarter performance by Rachel Spalding, but the highlight of the fourth quarter is none other than Such, Alyssa Masucci, with a fourth quarter performance to put her team on top by a final of 49-44 to send the Howland Tigers to 2-1 in conference play and back even at 500 at 6-6 overall on the year. The loss for the Falcons will unfortunately drop them to 0-3 in conference play, still looking for their first victory, and 3-8 in overall play this season. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Basketball. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who were able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance tonight. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who, with his work with Bobstein Park Baseball, YSU Football, and YSNLive.com, the many hats that Mr. Leslie wears, and we thank him for each and every single one of them that he does. And most importantly, to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities, you guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about. And so we thank you. If you were tuning in from the Howland Tiger community out there in the Warren area, we'd like to thank you so much for your continued and constant support of not only Howland Tiger Athletics, but also YSNLive.com. Of course, are you back in the Austintown community as well? We also want to thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Austintown Fitch Athletics, but also YSNLive.com. We'll have the boys' game start or tip off here in roughly about 10 minutes time. But until then, I'm Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good day, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.